everybody? It's the RCLman here. Welcome to podcast number 38. Today I have got a lengthy story / excuse on why I have not put out content this week, and I'll get into that in just a second. We've also got some video game news stuff about Joy-Con Drift. If you haven't heard about it, we'll talk about it. Grand Theft Auto gambling casino update, whatever the hell it was called. And then we had a special request on the Discord. If you go into the Discord, link in the description, you can put in your request for the podcast. And one of them was on some game updates, so I'll talk about that as well. But first off, what happened this week, right? So, about a month ago, our cat, Loki, little cat, I'll put a picture up or whatever, he was peeing on stuff. He's kind of getting a little bit older, like teenage cat years, I guess. I'm not sure how cat ages work. But he was peeing on stuff, and so we were like, we're going to make an appointment to get him fixed because we know that can sometimes solve that issue. So a month passes, and he stops peeing on stuff. But, you know, we're still like, eventually we're going to get him fixed, so we might as well go ahead and do it. We take him to the vet, or to Humane Society, that's what it was. Put him in, just put him in the cage thing, give him to them, and then they do the surgery, and then they'll call us back at like 4 or 5, and we come get him. Well, like, I don't know, like 12, 1 o'clock comes around, and they call us, and they called my girlfriend, and then she didn't answer us, and then her mailbox had a whole issue or whatever, and then so I ended up having to call them, whatever. We got in touch with them, and they were just like, yeah, surgery went fine, but your cat died from the anesthesia. We brought him back. We need you to take him to a vet because we don't have the supplies or whatever to deal with his condition. And I was just like, I don't understand. Number one, you do this all day, like every week you do hundreds of spade and neuters. That's all these people do, this specific place. You don't have the materials to like deal with the situation that you caused? Whatever. Anyway, so they say you need to come get your cat, which is, alive but barely, and take it to a vet because we don't handle that here. And I'm like, all right, well, both me and Serena, we're both just like flabbergasted because we're just like, it's just routine, like it's a routine thing cats have done all the time. Like, how could this happen? We researched it. It turns out like 1 in 2,000 this happens to. I don't know how accurate that is. It is from the internet. But we take him to the vet. I mean, when we picked him up from the Humane Society, he looked dead. Like, I was pretty sure that he was dead. I mean, the only thing that really told me that he was still alive was he had something in his chest. Like some rumbling or some like movement going on in his chest. It wasn't necessarily his heart that I felt. I felt something moving in there. But he was stiff as a board. Like when you die, like rigor mortis sets in if you don't know, and like your muscle or your arms and everything get real stiff, and so he was like stiff, like gone. I was convinced he was dead. We took him to the vet, and they got him in there, and I mean, we spent like 3 hours sitting there in the waiting room just waiting to see, is he alive? Is he dead? Like, what's going to happen? Well, like 3 hours pass, and they come outside, and they're like, he's alive, but we're going to close soon, so we need you to take him to another vet so they can observe him overnight. And I'm like, you people, is my cat going to be okay? Like, nobody said that the cat was going to be okay. They just said, like, we need him to go to this other place. So we got him back in the cage, and we took him to the other vet. Now, this time in the cage, he was better. He was not stiff as a board, which is good. And he actually, his eyes moved a little bit, and his mouth moved a little bit. So it's like he's more, he's more responsive. So that's good. Got to the second vet. They examined him or whatever, and it literally got down to the point of, okay, here's what we're gonna do. It was like, we're going to watch him overnight. It's going to cost $800. Now, I'm not rich. I don't have YouTube money yet. You know what I mean? Even if I did, it'd probably be a small amount. But, like, we don't have $800. We don't. We barely had enough money to cover the first vet that we went to. It was supposed to be $35 to fix the cat, and that was it. But we spent $35 to fix the cat, even though he died and was basically dead when they gave him back to us. We still had to pay $35 for the fixing, which is kind of BS, but whatever. Then we go to the other vet, and it was like almost $200. It was like $190 something, $180 something. Go to that one, $800. We don't have that. Okay, so the doctor luckily was nice enough, and he started like knocking stuff off. He started being like, okay, we can take this off, we can take that off. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. Trying to keep him there because he knows that there's something wrong with the cat. And I mean, we were like, look, man, we just don't, like, I've got like $200 left. That's it. You know what I mean? That's everything. That's gas. That's food. That's everything until my next paycheck. And he was like, okay, well, you know, I guess you take him home and hope for the best. So that's what we were going to do. We were going to just take him home and hope for the best. And then our friend, luckily, Chris, if you're listening, which I doubt you are, but if you are, thank you. He came up and was like, hey, you know, I'll pay, you know, whatever's left on the thing. And so he did, and they were able to watch him overnight and, you know, I assume give him more medicine that he needed. There was some very specific, like, brain medicine that he needed. It was like his brain was swollen from, I guess, being dead. I don't really know quite how his brain got swollen. I know this is taking a long time, okay? But this is like the major thing that happened this week, and this is why I wasn't able to put anything out. He basically, when they gave him back to us, we went back the next day after they kept him overnight. He was, oh my gosh, like, I cried. Like, he was, I mean, I was sad earlier, but like, he can't see now. He's blind. That's essentially the end result here is he's fixed and he's blind, which is kind of bullshit. I would rather not have him fixed and just keep his sight. Like, it would have been fine. We didn't know, you know, we didn't know. But he basically has to be watched 24/7. You know, we don't want him falling on anything or getting trapped anywhere. He can't see anything. I think he might have a little bit of light, like he can see light, but I don't think he can really see anything. So that's kind of where I've been the past week and why I haven't put anything out, because we've just been kind of concerned about the cat. Literally all week has just been like, is he okay? Is he going to live? Is he going to die? Now he's home. Now he's, I mean, damn near normal. Like, he's almost normal except for the fact that he can't see. But even so, he wants to climb on stuff. He wants to play. He wants to eat and drink and stuff. So that's really cool that he's back to normal. But now he's blind. Unfortunately, that's our fault. Anyway, that was a long thing. That's what happened, and we haven't been able to do anything. Let's see. Let's get into new stuff, shall we? Okay, so first thing here for new stuff, Nintendo, and I'm sure you've heard about this problem already. Nintendo, there were some of the Switches that had Joy-Con drift, which is a term that I guess was coined by the community. Basically, it's where your controller, when you don't touch it, it still thinks that you're going somewhere, or that you're still pushing the stick, even though you're not. And Nintendo has known about this for a while. People have had this issue for a while. There was a law firm that started collecting information from people for, I believe it was a class action lawsuit, but I'm not sure. That might be the wrong term for it. Anyway, big lawsuit suing Nintendo over these Joy-Cons because they knew they were defective or whatever, and people, you know, kept saying, hey, fix this, and they were like, you can give it back to us and pay us whatever amount of money it is to repair it, and we'll do that, but we're not going to fix it, even though they know that it's a problem. Anyway, this company got a bunch of information together, started to, you know, say, you know, we're going to sue you. I don't know if they actually are successful in, like, going to court over it, but essentially that made Nintendo start paying attention, and Nintendo is now going to cover the cost of fixing your Joy-Con. If you have a Joy-Con with Joy-Con drift, go get in contact with Nintendo. They'll fix it for free, even if you're out of warranty, by the way. Okay, next thing, GTA. They released some big update for GTA. Has a casino in it. gambling of sorts was banned in like 50 countries. A lot of countries are like, no, you cannot, no gamble, no. So I can understand that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want a game that's gonna let me gamble more, but you know, that's just me. There's people who have been getting around it because it's based on your country. So basically, if your country has some laws against gambling in video games, which kind of has been a hot button issue lately, then you may be blocked and you can't see the update. Now I don't really play Xbox. I mean, not Xbox. I don't play Grand Theft Auto 5, so this doesn't really affect me. Although I thought about it, I have it on Xbox and I can play it on there. Anyway, big update. Half the people can't really get to it, although they can get some of the stuff. There's some like story missions and not story missions, but like, you know, missions and stuff in there that I think you can still get a hold of. You just can't get to the casino and gamble, which is kind of, you know, some people like it, some people don't like it. How do you feel about that? Leave it in the comments. Let's see here. And then the last thing here was something that was requested by Snow on the Discord. If you go on the Discord, you can put in topics for the podcast. I think I already said that. But anyway, link in the description. Let's see. Snow wanted to know about the No Man's Sky update. I got no clue, man. I got no clue. Before I did this, I went and looked and went on the Reddit, and I went on their website, and I went to other video game news sites and was like, hey, anything about this update? What's Sean Murray is the guy's name from the studio. He had like a keynote at a conference or something, and people thought he was going to mention it there, but he hasn't said anything. So it was supposed to come out summer 2019. Today is the 29th of July. So for me, summer is August, but maybe they're counting like August as summer too. I don't know really what the standard is for seasons like that, but he said summer, so we should be expecting it soon. Although if I'm honest, it kind of sounds to me, or the way that it looks, is that it was going to be released, but then maybe, you know, something happened, they ran into bumps or something, I don't know. This update has VR to No Man's Sky, so that's one of the big reasons why I think most of us want to try it. Anyway, I think maybe they were on schedule and then something happened and maybe knocked them off, but they haven't said anything about being delayed. They just haven't said anything. Like, if you go on the website, the last thing they said was like in April, and it just says summer 2019. So I don't know. You hear the kitty? All right. Last thing here was I mentioned in E3 news stuff that hey kitty, that Fallout 76 will be getting an update, getting NPCs. And I think it said that September is when that update's going to drop, but there will be something in August. August 20th, they'll get a raid. No. I'm sorry. I think I said that wrong. November is the NPC. September is the new map for their Battle Royale mode. So they have a Battle Royale mode, and then they're getting a new map for that, I think, in November. And then the 20th of August is the new raid, which is Vault 94. I believe I got that right. Let me know in the comments if I got it wrong. Whatever, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so on to channel stuff. Let's see. I am up to 300 subscribers, or I'm up to 308 right now. So that's really awesome. It has like I hit 300, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna keep working on this 300 subscriber video, and then it kept going up, and I was like, that's really, really awesome, dude. Like, it just keeps going up. I think ever since I made a certain change, like especially with the Rec Room videos and stuff, I think it's definitely helped. I'll be honest, I'm not necessarily into Rec Room that much anymore. But I'm going to keep doing it, and let's see, you know, maybe something will happen that'll make it good again. You know what I mean? Make Rec Room great again, you know? Anyway, 41 still on Twitch followers and whatever. Honestly, I don't expect much growth this week because, you know, I haven't been doing anything all week. I've been taking care of the cat. Let's see. anything here. Oh, this 300 subscriber video that I said I was going to do, I have got it done. All I need to do is like export it and do thumbnail and all that good stuff. I think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to get a lot of views or anything, but I really enjoyed making it, and it was fun. It was interesting and fun and hard, and I really put a lot of work into it. Anyway, and then last thing I guess I will say is that I'm planning on doing a full playthrough for Detroit Become Human for the channel, so that is probably what all will be coming out next week. It'll just be back to back to back because that's kind of what I've been wanting to do for a minute, and I have some time because of the whole cat thing and not having to go to work because of the cat. Yeah, so I've got some time. Alright, everybody, well, thank you for joining me for podcast number 38. I know that it was a bit rushed and rambly and weird, and just that one big thing kind of glared out and made the whole thing. Anyway, if you liked it, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you in the next one. RCLman out.